Hey everyone, I hope you're well. So you may have noticed some changes that didn't make it into the patch notes. In fact, there are quite a few and I wanted to make a video on it, especially one that I think is going to get a lot of people happy. As far as I can tell from my tests, it seems like Octane's hitbox has been improved and there have been many other small changes, some adjustments, and also kind of some nerfs as well. So first, let's talk about the hitboxes. Last season I made a video about all of the hitboxes and we found out two were quite bad. Revenant's one was really big in comparison to him having low profile, and thankfully low profile got removed from Revenant, and on top of that Octane had the worst hitbox. Not only were there some areas under his arms that could be shot, but his head hitbox was like an extra head on top of his head. It was very, very bad, and with some testing today I can confirm that it seems like it has been improved. Now there is still a small area above his head where you can get bullets to hit him, but it's a very small area and it's pretty much in line with what you see with other legends, and to be honest that's quite good because Octane is constantly moving his head round like crazy. This is quite a good change. Now unfortunately Octane still has a big hitbox under his arms, but it's quite hard to get that done right because when he's running, well, his arms are all over the place, and I think that registering hits in a large area is better than no regs. Oh, talking about that, they are working on a fix. They did push out one and unfortunately it didn't fix it, but yeah, they'll be working on that, don't you worry. Just give it some time, friends. They're working from home. It's crazy that we even got this season in the first place, so we got to give them some credit here. Now there's many other things to talk about as well, including a small adjustment to Revenant's hitbox. It seems like it's been touched up a bit, especially around his crotch. Next we have some other changes. Firstly, this is something that I've personally noticed. To me it seems like the visibility on the L-star bullets has been improved. I don't know that if this is a lighting effect related to the new map lighting on the new Kings Canyon map, or if it's actually been an improvement, but since I've been using the L-star it's felt so much smoother and I can actually see what I'm hitting, so it's well worth trying this weapon. I ranked it as one of the best weapons in Season 4. In terms of DPS, I think it's the best weapon in the game. It's not perfect because of the visibility issues, but when that is removed it has so much potential. So I'm going to be posting a video next week kind of going over my findings on this and all of the other weapons. There's a ton of stuff to go through. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I'd highly recommend trying the L-star once again. Now there is another buff that came to the Sentinel that nobody mentioned in the patch notes. I think a lot of you are catching on now. The Sentinel now takes 2 shield cells instead of batteries. This is huge. How many times have we had dozens of shield cells at the end of the game just sitting there? Well, now we can actually use these effectively and it's not going to be taking away from our precious shield batteries. They really much need a change. I'm very happy to see this. I actually am starting to use the disruptor rounds again. Since they buffed the base damage in Season 4, I stopped using disruptor completely. I still use the Sentinel a lot. I like that headshot damage potential of that weapon, but now that that's been improved, I'm definitely going to be using Disruptor more for some disruptive, crazy damage body shots. Now, because the longbow has the skull piercer, there's a bit more of a contender in the sniper spot this season, but either way, Sentinel got a very nice change. I'm going to love using it. Now, the longbow and the Sentinel weren't the only snipers to get a change in Season 5, although this next sniper is not going to be as interesting as you'd might hope. The triple take got a change, but only a visual one. I actually noticed this change from Sorkobi's video, so shout out to him. I'll put a link in the description. Essentially, the triple take, when you fire at someone now, there's this weird electrical effect on the enemy. I don't know if it has any gameplay impact. I don't know. It could be that the triple take actually slows players more than other weapons, but I cannot confirm this yet. Don't take that as gospel. At the moment, as far as I understand it, it's just a new visual change. I don't know what it could be, but we definitely have to do some more investigating. If the triple take were a weapon that could slow you more than other weapons, that would actually give it so much viability. Slowing someone as they're trying to move from cover to cover, long range, yeah, I'm just going to say that would be very powerful. People already get slowed by all bullet types, by the way, but if there were a weapon that could slow you even more, how would that change the meta? Very interesting to think about. I don't think it's anything more than just a visual change, a very cool one, by the way, but we'll have to do some testing there, so Next, we have a very nice change for all you controller players out there. I know there are a lot of you. If you're playing on a controller, you can now move in the dev box a little bit. You can crouch spam. Controller players have been asking for movement in dev box for so long, but because of the way the UI works, it just wasn't possible. But they added this. I'm guessing it's an intentional change to try and give controller players a bit more of an advantage over movement. It's so easy on keyboard and mouse to just strafe spam. And unfortunately, you still can't do that with a controller, but crouch spamming is good enough. I think this is a really good change. I'm really happy to see this. I know a lot of you are PS4 players in this community, so you're going to love this change, I'm sure. Now, that is about it for all of the buffs and small changes. Now we've got a very small nerf to talk about. This is a nerf for Lifeline. It doesn't really seem like much of a nerf, so don't worry. But either way, Lifeline's drone can no longer be moved around, which is kind of a shame. You could get quite good at placing the drone so that you could run with it and heal as you run. That is now no longer possible. You'll just run straight through it. The clipping has been turned off. I'm guessing they always thought that this feature was unintentional and they wanted to get rid of it, or maybe it was done to stop some kind of bugs from happening. Either way, you can no longer run with that little dot, which is quite a shame. I'm a bit sad about that. I like that feature, as small as it was. There has been a lot of talk and questions whether Lifeline will be the next legend to get a buff, and one of the developers did actually comment on this recently, and they said that Lifeline, despite everyone thinking that she's losing some of her uniqueness, she's still getting a very high play rate, pick rate, and kill death ratio amongst the other legends, so it's unlikely she'll get an upgrade. Instead, the developer thinks that she needs a side grade so that her abilities are tweaked in some way to make her more unique, but doing that in a way that doesn't make her too overpowered is going to be quite challenging. So a buff could be possible in the future. A nerf is definitely not coming, by the way, but yes, maybe a small kind of change could happen, but it may be a while off because there are other legends that need it first, including Octane. Now, with a better hitbox, Octane is already a million times better in my opinion. That was such a horrible thing, having a head size 4 times bigger than Bloodhound's. I mean, my goodness, that was crazy. So it's good to see that that seems to be fixed now. Octane did get a small buff in Season 5 with his jump pad cooldown going from 90 seconds to 60 seconds, but honestly that's not good enough for Octane. However, something that is quite interesting is the devs have confirmed that they already have a buff in plan for him. It just didn't quite get it out of the door before Season 5 went live. So all of you Octane fans, keep playing Octane. Good things are coming to you. Bloodhound players and Mirage players and even Gibraltar players had to wait a long time for their changes. They got them in the end, and now they are all very versatile playable legends. I'm going to be playing all of the legends more to learn about which ones are the best this season. There's going to be a sort of work in progress tier list next week because I think that it's very hard to rank them at the moment. They have done a great job at balancing. I honestly think this is the most balanced season yet, which is crazy because Season 4 was pretty well balanced anyway. Either way, Octane's getting a great change, so you're going to have to keep an eye out for that. It's going to be great. Keep playing Octane, keep playing your mains, because Respawn are doing a great job at kind of keeping everyone in a similar level. So yeah, that's pretty much it for all these changes. Did you notice any other small changes yourself? And if you did, let me know what they are. Overall, I think this season has been the best so far in terms of playability for pretty much everything. I know there are a lot of bugs, but it just feels so fresh and fun to play right now. I'm really liking all the legends and so many different weapons to try. It's really good. They've done such a great job. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Leave a comment below. I'll see you there. Cheerio. Did you know I stream almost every day from 7 PM UK time or 11 AM Pacific Standard Time? You can catch me live right here on YouTube, so make sure you have notifications turned on. I also have a new members program. Become a member for $2.99 a month, get your comments highlighted in videos, get a cool badge in live stream chat, get access to these cute emotes, and also gain access to my members tips videos, where you can ask me for any tips and I'll be making new videos weekly to help you improve your own game. Click the join button or click the link in the video description to get involved.